The sun begins to dip behind the small, crowded houses of a rural Philippine village, casting long shadows over narrow, winding streets. Amid the hum of tricycles and the chatter of children playing in the dusty alleys, a young boy named Miguel sits on a wooden stool outside his modest home, clutching a battered guitar. His fingers dance nervously over the strings, producing hesitant chords that grow steadier with each attempt. Miguel is no stranger to hardship. His father works tirelessly as a tricycle driver, his mother sews clothes from dawn until nightfall, and yet, despite the poverty that surrounds him, Miguel's eyes shimmer with dreams bigger than his world. Every evening, he sings, not for money, not for fame, but to share something pure, a song that carries hope through the village streets. Neighbors pause to listen, offering small smiles or coins, recognizing a rare talent in this humble boy. But as he finishes another rendition of his favorite song, doubt creeps in. Can a poor boy from this tiny village ever step onto a stage beyond these familiar streets? Can his voice reach the hearts of strangers far away? Miguel swallows his fear and takes a deep breath, letting the melodies of his life, his struggles, his joys, and his unwavering hope, flow through his fingers and his voice. In this quiet moment, the spark of a dream begins to blaze, ready to ignite a journey that will change everything. The bright lights of the audition stage blind Miguel for a moment as he steps onto the polished floor, guitar in hand. The studio is enormous, a world away from the dusty streets and crowded alleys he knows so well. Cameras swirl, judges sit in sleek chairs, and a live audience buzzes with anticipation. Miguel's heart pounds in his chest, each beat echoing the fear and excitement he has carried for years. He glances at the judges, their expressions unreadable, their eyes trained on countless performers before him. For a fleeting second, doubt threatens to swallow him. What if his voice isn't enough? But then he remembers his village, his parents' sacrifices, and the small acts of kindness that carried him here. He strums the first chord of Hotel California, his fingers trembling, and a hush falls over the room. His voice begins soft, almost fragile, but with every note, it grows stronger, filled with emotion and a raw honesty that cannot be manufactured. Memories of his struggles, his hopes, and the love that shaped him pour into the song, touching everyone who listens. The judges lean forward, captivated, their eyes glistening. The audience, too, feels the story behind each lyric, the dreams of a boy who dared to hope. By the final note, Miguel has transformed the stage into a sanctuary of empathy, leaving silence in his wake, a silence heavier and more powerful than any applause. The room is silent, the kind of silence that presses against your chest and makes every heartbeat audible. The judges sit frozen, their hands gripping the edges of their chairs, eyes wide, tears glistening as Miguel's final note fades into the air. This is not just a performance, they realize they have witnessed something far deeper, a story of struggle, resilience, and unyielding hope wrapped in the voice of a young boy from a distant village. One judge, her hand trembling, whispers to herself, "I've never felt anything like this." Another covers his mouth, unable to speak, as the weight of Miguel's journey, his hardships, his courage, his innocence, sinks into their hearts. Then, suddenly, one judge leaps forward. In one fluid motion, she slams the golden buzzer, and the stage erupts in a dazzling shower of light. Miguel freezes, disbelief washing over his face, his hands clutching the guitar as if it were an anchor to reality. The audience bursts into cheers, clapping, and tears, but Miguel barely hears them. All he feels is the overwhelming acknowledgement that his voice, his heart, and his dreams are seen, valued, and celebrated. In that moment, the golden buzzer is more than just a symbol of advancement, it is a testament to humanity's power to recognize courage, resilience, and pure talent. A poor boy from a small village has touched the hearts of millions, and the world feels just a little kinder, a little more hopeful, and infinitely more connected. Backstage, the noise and excitement of the stage fade into a quiet corner where Miguel sits, still clutching his guitar, processing the whirlwind of what just happened. His hands tremble, not from nerves anymore, but from a mixture of disbelief and gratitude. Then, a fellow contestant approaches him, a shy smile on his face. In his hands, he holds a small, carefully wrapped package, a brand new guitar. "I know it's not much," the contestant says softly, "but I wanted to give you something. You've given us so much tonight." Miguel's eyes widen in astonishment, and for a moment, he can barely speak. He carefully unwraps the gift, his fingers brushing over the smooth, polished wood. It gleams under the bright backstage lights, a symbol not of wealth, but of generosity, empathy, and the human spirit reaching out to another. Tears spill down his cheeks as he realizes the deeper truth. The kindness he received is not just about the guitar, it is the culmination of countless acts of compassion throughout his life. His neighbor's smiles, a teacher's encouragement, a friend's small gesture, all of it led him here. Miguel hugs the boy tightly, his heart swelling with gratitude. In that instant, he understands that success is sweeter when shared and that kindness, once sown, has the power to ripple outward, touching lives in ways that no one could ever fully measure. His journey is no longer his alone, it belongs to everyone who believed in him. The stage lights blaze brighter than ever as Miguel steps onto the grand finale stage, the golden buzzer moment still fresh in his heart. The audience rises to their feet, a sea of faces beaming with anticipation, their energy vibrating through the floorboards. Miguel grips his guitar, feeling a calm resolve settle over him. Tonight is not just about winning, it's about sharing a story of hope, perseverance, and the power of dreams. As he begins to play, his voice carries a confidence and warmth that commands the room. Every note resonates with the countless struggles he has overcome, long days of poverty, his parents' sacrifices, and the small, quiet acts of kindness that lifted him along the way. The audience listens in rapt silence, some wiping tears, others smiling through awe and admiration. Across the globe, viewers watch, moved by the story of a poor boy whose voice bridges distance, language, and circumstance. By the final chorus, Miguel's performance transforms the arena into a sanctuary of hope. The audience erupts into thunderous applause, some standing, some crying, all touched by the sincerity of his journey. Miguel looks into the camera and smiles, not with arrogance, but with humility and gratitude. In that moment, the world feels a little brighter, a little kinder, and infinitely more connected. A poor Filipino boy, once singing on dusty streets, has reminded humanity that courage, heart, and kindness can inspire millions and create a legacy of hope.